here for the Card Market Series Spring Regional for the Dragon Ball Super card game. I am joined by Melvin, aka Schlitzy, aka what's the other one? Slushy?
Slushy.
AKA Senzu Pop. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. So, I am also joined by, let me introduce you then. This is Scott, aka Mini Hand, aka Guild Master from London Players Guild. Today we have this is going to be round 4 in the card market Dragon Ball Super Spring Regional, and we have a match for you. This is going to be best of 1 with a time limit of 50, and we have a match for you. It is going to be Dark Broly playing by Alfredo playing against Miguel playing Turtles. But it's not the normal Turtles. It is actually something pretty interesting. So
And we can
really
see
excited
straight
about
away
this
because he's
one.
charged Rosie from the Battle Evolution booster. It is Tails Maiden, piloted by Silk Michael at the PPG 5K, bringing it to the top 8. And it's nice to see that other people are picking it up, like Miguel here.
Yep, it is such a strong engine. If you don't know the engine, it is trying to it plays with the better evolution cards. The 1-drop Ribrian that brings out the 3-drop Jamisa that reduces every single Maiden's card in your hands by 2. Then you can go and play your big drop what was that? Saloon? Yes, Saloon, and also rebrand just to board clear and lock the board down. It is going to be pretty interesting. And but right now it seems like it is going to be a tough matchup because this is Dark Broly that we are talking about.
Yeah, Dark Broly is a powerhouse in the meta. A deck that I've been very much waiting for since we realized what Bandai were doing with the Unison Warrior series. I was like, we're gonna get Dark Broly, we're gonna get Dark Broly, and I am floored with how well they've done it. Like, yes, it's a very strong deck, but like from a theme perspective, it's probably one of my favorite decks in the game. The ability is all around swinging with 30k big boys, whittling your opponent down. Don't need to do anything flashy. No need for crit. No need for. Well, I mean, you can make them double strike if you really want, but yeah, those 30k swings relentlessly every turn, as well as being able to control the board. You got a blocker, you got a bit of hand disruption, and you've got a bit of board clear as well. All with the free primary Dark Broly's. Then you add in the ultimate deck Broly, which enables some scary plays, especially with the heartfelt plea strategy we've seen come to fruition recently.
Yep, it really depends on what type of build that the Dark Broly player is playing. So it's going to be interesting to see what does he plan to do. Um, The thing about Dark Broly is this, though. It is not a very flashy deck. It is so simple in its execution. However, because how simple it is Broly, so it's going to swing at 30k. Either you negate the damage, or you are going to take it.
Yeah,
Because
I mean,
comboing out of this 30k, this is not something that you want to do.
it's so true. But Tails has a really good option here because he can always pretty much guarantee those blockers. Well, the blocker, like when he swings, he searches for him. When he plays one or the other, he gets the other. That
Whoa.
could be huge here. Giving
Okay.
the blockers revenge. Oof,
So
that
this is one of the lockdown that this turtle maintenance deck does. Pair it with the Vegito Unison that gives all your blocker revenge. In order, when your maidens comes down, in order for your opponent to hit your leader, just to give damage to your leader, they have to swing past your maidens. However, this is pretty much a bad pairing because Rebrand it's very powerful. The lock is very powerful because Rebrand has 30, which for most deck is very difficult to combo over, and it has revenge from the Vegito Unison. But against a deck like Dark Broly, every single swing it's gonna be a 30k.
Yeah, that's the one upside of Dark Broly. Even the Dark Broly's, like you see it there. You got Assault of the Skies Mirror in the warp or drop. I think it is. I think that's his drop. He has no reason to have warped anything yet. And the Dark, the Demigra, sorry, in the energy. They're both 30k Black Battle cards as well. Dark Overwhelm on that Demigra if he really needs to do that. Uh, Probably my favorite card from the Giant Force set, which we got to reveal luckily. And obviously this Broly, that's not a dark Broly, but the fact that you just go ball into anything I need in a given situation. But he is met with a charismatic villain, aka Freezer, which will get rid of that Broly. Um, not the biggest hit in the world, but if it forces him to tap one to then warp and then play it again, yep, that gets rid of an energy. What a great player! Like nice back and forth. I like this a lot.
Hmm. And it's very interesting because the question that I want to ask you is when do you want to play the charismatic villain when you are playing against Dark Broly? When
Mm.
the 6 drop comes out, or four, and you hit it, or you hit it during the 1 drop? Which one would you do it?
See, at this point in the game, hitting that one drop was probably the right call. You forced him to tap another energy. You forced cards out of his drop area into the warp, and he's not awakened yet. I mean, I don't believe he's used his effect this turn, so he could take a life and then be in that awaken range, to then re-put those cards back. But still, like you're forcing your opponent to make different plays than they probably would have,
Hmm.
or at least making
Yes.
it more inconvenient. Which, whilst he has just warped that blocker, so now he's free reign. Like it's still smart. It's still smart. Like
Hmm.
force your opponent to spend more than they need to, because that's the thing about Dark Broly is it's so energy efficient. It can just do what it wants. Um, Whereas if you're forcing them to tap out to do that, now Tails can swing back with a tapped out Dark Broly.
Yep, correct. I think you put it correctly because if you do it at the 1 drop, there is no effect that you have to deal with because one of them is to warp your hand, 1 card from your hand. The other one is to warp a card from your board, or he brings out a blocker, which is does not have a come into play effect. So if you deal with it at the 1 drop, that's when you stop him from playing his effect because the energy cost in the end is still gonna be the same. So, yep, I think that's a good call from you.
Yes, I think we like Tails can really punish here.
Hmm.
Um, it just depends because he's got life face up, so fruit can make it double strike 15k additional. So he's going to take the life here, get another card to hand. Searches for those Tails Crusher Corps. Will he find them? We'll find out. If he hits a blocker here, that's huge. Which means he needs to hit Ryazin or the other one. Alexi. He gets a super combo, which is also nice.
Hmm.
Oh,
Oh,
nope,
yeah,
he is going into the blocker chain. That's fair enough. That's
correct.
fair enough.
Yep, that's pretty good because now, because the Vegito Unison, it's a +2 every single turn. So all his defensive combo, like potential, dominant potential, like charismatic villain, they are always online with this unison. That's why I really like this unison over Demigra. I can understand why some people want to play Demigra against aggressive deck, because it can go live on turn 1, extremely difficult to remove.
Mhm.
But your opponent wants to remove that unison because that unison also has a very powerful ultimate ability of hand destruction.
Yeah, Dark Broly can rest comfortably on one life. With a -7 effect like that on Vegeta, he's
Hmm.
going to be, if not getting rid of it, focusing it heavily so it doesn't get to that -7 point. Look here, we've already got 5 on that marker. If he had another one in hand, that's a 6. And you don't want that. You do not want that.
Yes.
But then again, focusing that unison takes away from Tails.
Yep.
So it's finding this balance. So we're seeing the super combo here.
Hmm.
And Tails still has all energy up.
Yep.
Um,
Ideally, when it comes to when you're playing Turtles Maidens, there's 3 energy open, so I believe that this might be the play that he's gonna do it.
I mean,
Um,
yeah, he's not awakened, so might as well just keep pushing here.
yeah, just might as well just keep pushing. But ideally, on turn number 3, when you slap down a 3 energy, you want to set up already for your next turn, which is to play the 1 drop rebrand, then to Jamisa for your 3 drop from your deck, and keep that Jamisa in the wall because that's how you want to keep him alive
Yeah,
for your next turn. So, but he has 3 energy open. Let's see what does he do with that. But take note, the Duck Broly.
he's
Oh,
gonna
he
pass.
doesn't have it in his hands. Okay,
Hmm.
interesting.
Keeping it safe, playing it safe, which I don't commend. But the longer, to be fair, like you can grind out Broly. That's like that's how you can beat that Broly. You survive that early game oppression,
Hmm.
and then you grind it out and you grind him down. Green, as long as you have dormants, you're kind of okay to do that. Like you can go to that late game safe space area because that's the thing about Dark Broly. Like, yes, it can do a lot and it can do a lot very well, but it's limited to doing it once a turn. Like you
Hmm.
can only warp a battle card once a turn. You can only warp a card from hand and drop once a turn. the fact that he didn't awaken and defended that awaken fight, like to me, seems like he's probably got the please strategy.
Okay, but also take note that because of the fruit, the turtle player, it's also extremely defensive.
Yeah, I mean, being able to slap down one of your life just to get a 15k for one,
Hmm.
it's on the power level of an infinite attack rare.
Hmm. So I think keeping 3 energy open, even if you don't have the right cards in your hands, might also be a good option over here. But let's see, 3 energy for Dark Broly, it's huge though. So what is the option that he is going to take?
If we see an evolve into the ultimate deck, red black, Dark Broly, then I think it's kind of safe to say that there's going to be a heartfelt plea player.
Hmm.
Which
Interestingly, he swings against the charismatic villain, right?
just clear the board.
Yeah, but didn't charismatic villain has revenge?
That's a good point. Did he
I
not
think it is.
uptick it?
Yep.
Hmm.
So this is a new card from the Ultimate Box. Very, very powerful. A red Broly, but which is considered as
No,
black also.
does it get it? Because it's not a blocker.
It doesn't matter.
Does it? Is it just
It
green
has
cards?
revenge. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So it is a very powerful 7 drop. It is red, but it is also considered as black. The power part is when he's played, if your opponent has 3 or more live, what your opponent has to do is to choose 1 card from their live, 1 card from their deck, and 1 card from their wall, I think, from your board, drop and hand, and send it to the wall. If you don't do that, if you send less than 3 cards, you have to have 1 card and send it. And usually what people get around this is that they just send 1 card. Don't bother about if you cannot fulfill the 3 cards requirement, just send it 1 card and it's
Yeah.
just much better. But of course, what we see right now it's heartfelt plea.
Yep. Met with a charismatic villain.
Yep,
Probably
he
the best
is
call there.
ready. He was ready. He was
Yeah.
ready. Yep.
In the turn, Dark Broly awakens is like Dark Broly's best turn. So
Hmm.
like cutting it off there was really smart. Um,
Correct.
so now he's gonna warp that charismatic villain
Which is
by
not
playing
a
Dark
yep.
Broly.
Yep. Which is not a big deal. Charismatic villain has already done
Done
his
his job.
job.
Yeah.
Yep.
Uh, and I don't know what else. I mean, maybe another like bring it out to warp a card from hand and drop, possibly.
How many cards does it? 1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh
5?
no, he
Okay.
can't. He can't do it.
He can't do it. He can't do it.
No.
Hmm. So this might be the last attack that he has for this turn.
Yeah, and no dormant potential. We've not had dormants yet.
Hmm.
It's gonna
But
be
Turtles has not awakened yet too. So it's I think he's sitting comfortably at 5 life right now against Dark Broly at 4. So let's see. But 1 energy is still open though. So
gonna KO
yeah.
Toa to get 5k on that. So that's 35. Yeah, he's clearly going to try and put. Oh, okay, no, different strategy.
Hmm.
So when a black battle card is removed by a skill, you can play this card from your hand. It's a blocker, but it's also can be used to push in on that unison. Oh,
Right.
chain two here.
Wow,
Oh,
wow, 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 wow,
you
wow,
mentioned
wow.
that earlier. It's the new
Homicide
counters.
clones.
It's counters from Battle Evolution. So you negate the attack and you also put out a blocker.
Yep, correct. You play a clone token, and that clone token gets blocker until the end of the turn.
Mm.
And I like the way that he does it. Just flip the card over. It's gonna be fine. That's your token.
Yeah.
Very good. Keeping that unison card alive because that unison card is very important to your strategy.
Oh
If
yeah,
it's
and I mean, not necessarily two markers this turn. Owen is just playing the one drop. So does he
Mhm.
have the ball in hand? I assume yes. Yeah.
Yes,
So I think we're going to see the. I don't think we're going to see the blocker. I think he's going to want to warp a card from his hand.
warp the card from his hands.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's what we see. And he gets to warp a card from the drop area, a battle card from the drop area. I
You
should
can
say.
see that the Dark Broly player, it's going very aggressive though. Tapping out against Turtles. It's especially when this turn where Turtles most probably it's gonna awaken. It's
I mean, he's been very aggressive, but he's not done anything.
yeah, true.
Like this is what I mean. Like Tails has got command of this match. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, but you can see that the Turtle player Okay, he warps a fruit. Has he warp a card already?
Yeah, he warped
The fruit.
some underneath the fruit from the drop.
Okay.
He
Oh,
warped from the drop first.
okay, and he's struggling with his hands. Or he needs to send a card from his hands.
He did. He
Oh,
put
two of
Zerloin
them.
from the
Okay,
drop and
sirloin.
fruit from
Okay.
the hand.
All right. Here we go. 30k to
Just
the
block.
yeah, and it's just gonna be block.
Yeah.
The clone token does not loses blocker after this, so you really just wants to use it. If not, it's gonna be wasted anyways.
Oh, oh.
Another
So it
blocker.
dies, and then he just replaces it with another blocker.
Yeah. The
Well,
blocker
if
does not have revenge because the unison does not give it revenge. It's a little bit too late. But having another blocker on the board, why not? Just in case there's still some
oh, he doesn't
shenanigans.
have it. He doesn't have it.
Oh no.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah. The thing about black is that it does not have unison for the free counterplay and the counter attack like every other color. So tapping out, no way to untap your energy. I'm not too sure if that's a good idea.
Yeah, I mean,
Even when, yep,
he can power burst twice comfortably, but
yep,
that's not something you want to do.
yep. And even with the new negates that the black decks have with the beta evolution, they are the ones that doesn't have the extra blocker.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I think we're going to see him play the blocker here just because you want that defense. Yeah.
Mm. All right, so he puts in the blocker just for the extra defense, but at what cost? At what cost?
I mean, it's a block and it's a 5k combo as well. Like,
Mhm.
let's not like. Okay, you block the attack. You're probably not going over it because it's 30k, and then
Mhm.
you can use it as a combo. It's kind
Correct.
of nice. I like that. I like that. I
Because
like that. I
take
like that synergy.
yeah, take note for Dark Broly, a lot of his cards is 0+5 0k combo. However, they can, even though they are in rest mode, they can be used to combo for your leader for the extra 5k.
With the activate battle of the
Yep,
leader.
correct.
Yeah. So it's not like giving them 5k power. It's like you get rid of them and then you gain that 5k. It's
Mhm.
like most people, you'll see them just put them in the combo area, so it's easy to signal to the opponent what they're doing. And I think that's just a generalized thing that people accept as game language, I guess, is the way of putting it. Like, yeah, I know I'm not actually comboing with this card, but for all intensive purposes, I'm comboing with this card. Like, just so
Well,
everyone knows,
the
rather than
leader is
you
yep.
dropping it, getting a dice, and
Well, the leader is gonna swing. And I wonder which is his target. What would you do? Would you pick
that's it. My life, that's for sure.
yeah, but which one would be your target there? Would
Super combo.
I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be I mean your target of attack.
Oh, right. Sorry. um, I thought you meant what was Tel searching for. Probably just going into the leader. Oh wait,
Yep. That's that
yeah,
that
because you could
Gohan?
easily snap on a double strike if you really wanted to, and then untap to do it. Like there's plenty of options here. Like forcing, because if he awakens, he chooses which gets damaged.
Yep.
So there's lots of like little intricacies of this attack that are really huge.
Mm-hmm.
And it all depends. He could just go with that. No, I don't want to do it, and that would also be a valid strategy. Oh, okay, yeah, no, that's what he's doing.
Yep. He
He's just
has to
gonna
do it. He
let him
has to do
combo
it.
out.
Yep.
Forcing a super combo off that feels super bad. That's really good. Like get rid of one of Dark Broly's super combo. That's two now.
Oh,
And
here we
here's the
go.
maiden, so I'll let you take this one.
He got it. So when you play Ha, if your leader card is screen, you take up to look up to top 5 and pick a Maiden's card into your hands or Universe 2. I believe it's Universe 2. But when you tap 1, you burst 2. That is when her effect comes in. You get to play one card, Universe 2, from your deck that is not on the board itself already. And it is a 3 cost. And here, oh, hold on. It's only 3 costs or less.
Yeah.
I don't believe that is a valid target.
Do you want to go and intervene? Yeah.
Hold on. Three or less from your deck with a different card name.
Yeah,
Oh,
intervene.
hold on.
You good?
No, no,
Or is
no,
it,
no, no.
or are
It's
you
my
in the best
mistake.
two?
My mistake. This is look up to top five and add a universe 2 in his card. He has
Oh,
not
okay, yeah,
done
it's
the
fine.
burst one. Yep.
Yeah,
So when he activates tap another one and do the burst 2, that is when he can bring out the Jamisa. So I believe that that is the proper target.
yeah, that's fine.
He does
So
have all the energy for him to do it though,
yeah, because now
to
he
make this
awakes.
super big play. Yep. Okay. So what is he gonna do? It's gonna burst 2. I believe maybe he has all the Jamisa in his hands. That's why he. It feels bad though if that is the case because you. Okay, he's gonna tap 1 and
Fine.
play Kakunza. Kakunza, when you play her, you get to draw a card, and if your opponent has 8 or more cards in their life and in their hands, and you
Which
have
I think that really does.
yeah, and 3 or more energy, this card actually becomes a 25k double striker, not for the duration of the turn, it's for even your opponent's turn.
So that yeah, he's gonna block that.
Yep.
I don't know. You don't need to combo off that. That's fine.
Yep. It's a very powerful card though for 1 energy.
Oh, for sure, for
Yep.
sure.
It's interesting. I believe that the player really does not have Jamisa in the deck.
Ooh, that's rough if that's the case.
Yeah.
That is.
We can monitor. Let's see. Okay, he's gonna give every single card on his board. That's a +2 ability. Every single card on his board right now has revenge,
Mhm.
including the leader. No.
Yeah, so he's just gonna KO Mr. Warp a lot, um, and combo out that attack.
It's a situation where you're stuck between a rock and a hard place, right? When you're playing against a Dark Broly player, because if you remove their Dark Broly, what they're gonna do next is
Ooh.
that they're gonna bring it back.
Just passing. I would have capitalized on that turn, to be honest, but I guess he just doesn't have the pieces.
Okay.
So now he's got 4 energy. Dark Broly got a chance to come back here, and Dark Broly can come back very quickly.
A lot of his plays doesn't
Oh,
really.
never mind. It's the dormant potential. Just shuts his turn down. Only one more swing.
But this is not a negate.
No, it's not.
Yeah, so he still has to deal with a 30k, and he is going to be taking the life. Did he flip one of the cards up?
Yeah, I think he flipped up Bardock.
But Bardock's was always there.
He took one.
Okay.
I think. I could be wrong, but Brienne. Looking for any Ribrians? No, you're good. Or just looking at what he's going to warp. Possibly.
Mm-hmm.
So using leader effect to put 3 black battle cards with 30k into your drop, and then drawing a card. What are we going to see here? Ooh, just playing the Broly? Yeah, okay, interesting. Interesting.
1 cost, 1 energy, 3 cards.
Ooh.
If he has the red, but he must have it if he brings out this 1-drop Broly. You know what card we have not seen so far? Magic Buddha.
That's true.
Did it fall out of favor? It was just so good in just a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, is that a whiff? Is that a whiff? Oh, that feels bad. He didn't find anything from his deck. Ooh.
But he can play it from the drop area. I've never seen that before, actually.
Like, there's always a Dark Broly in deck. Like,
that always, because how many Dark Brolys do you have?
right? Like 12 minimum. No, because you can even get the 7-drop card. It's 16 potentially. Like,
Okay, he wipes away the rebrand, which is really bad because that's a card that you want on the board. But I think the Subtle Maidens player is in a quite a bad situation here. Just a general bad situation.
And this is a Mechikaburu.
We
There we
just
go.
mentioned about this. It does two things. Okay, 5 cores. Unfortunately, we are unable to hear the player, so we do not know what are the targets
I
that
assume
they.
Ribrian, right?
It should be
Ribrian or
Ribrian.
Zerloin
Mhm.
would be the safe
Did
bets.
they take back the Dark Dragon Ball?
No. Um. So no, I guess he
Okay.
just didn't want to use the activate effect.
Yep, I believe that the reason is maybe there's no more Dark Dragon Ball cards. Okay,
Or,
he
or he
has.
just sequenced it like that.
Yep.
Fair enough.
All right, he has it. He has it.
That would have been disastrous if he had something that killed it. It's like, oof, missed out on the extra 5k.
It's so good though, this
But then
card,
past the
because it is a.
turn.
Yep.
So, huh. So as you were saying, this sorry, this is Kakunta, isn't she? She's a 25k double strike.
Until the end of your opponent's turn, and you can activate it again during your turn.
Mm. Which I assume you will, right?
Yeah, your opponent has just to have cards in his hands, like 8 or more cards.
That's a brick. That is a brick in his hand. Like,
Yep.
you know what? Really fun. If he had the set 2 Piccolo, that makes him discard down to 6. Don't know why you would ever run it, but just be like, I'm gonna use this.
There are several ways to cheat that card out though, because it is still affected by what is it's not Chalwish, the other one. What is
Yes.
the other card?
Um,
The Dragon Wish.
I can picture the artwork. I just can't remember its name for the life of
Yep.
me.
That's because that's the one that you can still use it to cheat out that Piccolo. The Piccolo comes in, I think, in set 2. They make at the end of your opponent's turn, your opponent has to discard his hands down to 6. No barrier, so pretty easy to take out. But would surprise your opponent. High priority target.
So what do you do here, Melvin? Like, look at Broly's deck.
I
He really can't draw more. Like that is dangerously low.
Yep, and I think Magicapura has locked down Reprient, so there's no board clear. So oh my god, it's so bad.
Oh, was that 2 dormants?
Yeah,
Oh,
it
that
is
is.
too dumb. I
Oh,
feel so bad for this player right now, because I believe that even after he plays Reprient, he didn't open it up with Reprient. That is pretty bad. Second part is we often commented and we said that, okay, this guy, why is he not playing Dominant Potential? He just burst to Dominant Potential into his drop area.
yeah, that
So
sucks.
his combos just doesn't
And then
go
just
off.
block, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I think he needs to end his turn.
Um, I mean, you've got your leader swing.
Draw that 1 card? Why not? I believe the Jamisa, it's all in his hand, so there was no way for him to bring it out. That is why, for most other decks, you play the Gohan super combo, because you can put that Jamisa from your hand back into the deck, so that you can
He's
activate
going to
your.
make it double strike, or he's just getting a plus 15. Oh, is he swinging into one? Possibly. No, he's not doing that. Okay, never mind. Never mind. So yeah, he's just gonna combo out. Okay.
Yep. The problem with comboing, allowing your Dark Broly player to combo out, is that
Oh, what's coming down here? Oh wow,
so
so he must have called Ribrian, like you said. Zerloin comes down here. Interesting, but tapping out to do so, that could only mean he has the 4th
he's gonna go for Jamisa.
dominant in hand, or he
It is
kills this turn.
So it is correct. He does have Jamisa in his hands. So he's calling out with Saloin to Jamisa. However, Saloin is a very powerful battle card. The reason is if your opponent would to attack, you can KO that card. Once he KOs that card, your opponent cannot attack with battle cards anymore for the turn.
That is powerful.
So it's a dominant potential on the stick.
Fair enough. But can he not just use the Broly and warp it?
Yes. So to get around that, he has to warp that Saloin first. But it depends if your opponent knows how to do that. But I believe that depending, not just because he knows the card, but looking at how the Dark Broly player has been playing, I believe that's what he is planning to do.
And then I swing Mechikabura here.
Don't give the player any battle cards.
Exactly. So yeah. Oh, he's gonna power best.
Bring back the one drop Broly. Why
Yeah.
not? Yeah. And then the one drop two, which is already in the drop area, gonna warp that Saloon. That would be the worst case scenario though.
And then Jimmy's is swinging in.
Jamisa is going to be very difficult to deal with. The reason is because you can actually drop a card and send Jamisa to the warp.
And then he comes back at the end of the turn, doing his little yard rat teleportation.
Yep.
Oh, and he's gonna defend it. He's gonna defend.
I think he feels that he can take the game next.
There has to be a dormant potential here, or Dark Broly can just Rhino. It can turn into a Rhino.
But it really depends. If he makes the mistake of swinging with anything first, it's gonna be, oh wow, populating the board with a lot of battle cards. So what are the options here?
Yeah, and there's the
Okay,
wall.
yeah, he's gonna warp that Saloon away. I think what the player is trying to do here is he's setting up Jamise as the decoy. Nope, he didn't fall for it. He went for Jamise. So what's happening here is that if Saloon is being removed from the battle area by KO or by opponent's skill, you get to go to a drop and play something, a green battle card 4 or less, with their skills negated. So even though it is over there, this is not a proper super combo yet.
And Broly's gonna swing. Do we have a dormant potential? We do
No.
not.
He's gonna take the damage.
Ooh, this is I mean, it's been a very good back and forth match, man. Tell's just not seeing what he needs to see at the right time, and not having that max power rushy to bounce all those dormants in the drop back. Got hurt.
And the worst part is that he even bursts his dormant potential
That's
into
what I
it.
mean, right? Like, it just
Yeah.
feels bad.
Yeah, it feels really bad for him. Poor guy.
It's not over though. Like, he has options. Although we know at least one of those cards in hand is a fruit, which is kind of useless right now.
Yes, correct, because he doesn't have the one energy to play it. And you know what's scarier than a Dark Broly with a full board? A Dark Broly with a full board and 5 energy.
Yeah. So warp a card from hand
Yeah.
and warp a card from drop.
And yeah, it is going to be pretty bad because of the drop area it's stack. And we know there's another card that he can play this turn that could further hand destruction and do a little bit of ball control and draws a card also. He's going to pop it.
Mm-hmm.
Would you
I
pop
mean,
this target?
it stops one swing. Like, I think that's what you've got to be betting on here. I won't be surprised if we see an overwhelm into the Demogrid this turn.
Yeah, correct. The energy is just too big. And with the hand that much, we know that Champa, it's always an option.
No, he didn't warp that one.
What is he pointing at?
I think he was saying, "Oh, I warped it." It's like no, but then
Okay, it's not
he warped one
put it
from
into the drop area.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does it matter though?
I mean, it's an additional card in the warp, right? It's important to keep the cards in the correct spaces.
All right, but does it matter now?
Not, you never know. You never know.
Yep, let's see.
I mean, only at 2 life.
And his opponent is fully tapped out.
Uh,
With the counterplay option already finished. Used up.
4
So
cards.
okay, a question now. He played the villain. Okay, he pops the blocker.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, okay.
Forces this through. I think he's probably got a Champa in hand then at this
He's
point.
gonna go for the Champa. Because and it is safe right now because there is no energy open, so hero in.
Yep,
It's
there's
always
the make sure he
available.
calls it because it's hidden Supreme Kai.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want to get caught on that. And I think that's game.
Yeah, basically, I think that's game. Yep, dealing with a Broly swing. No matter how much the combo is, you're still dealing with 30k base. That is going to be very difficult. All right, still some option.
Oh yeah,
Well,
well,
super combo is a super combo. At least some good luck for the player.
that's not a super combo,
That's not a
unfortunately. But
super
it is
combo,
0-10. It is
but
0-10.
it's still a 0-10.
Uh,
I think he would be able to combo out if it is not a 30
and that's
base.
game,
Yeah.
unfortunately. Both players fought really well there.
Mhm.
Nice back and forth. It's a shame that the Tails player just didn't have those dormants when he needed them. And Broly was just able to do Broly things. Like, it looked
Mhm.
scary at first, but remained on that 4 life and didn't budge off of it.
Yep. It is very unfortunate for the Turtle Maidens player. You can see that I believe that he has most of his Jamies in his hands. That is something that you need to get off the your combo out.
Mm.
And furthermore, there was a question that you asked, and Scott, you said that, okay, where is the dominant potential, which is very required playing against an aggro deck. Unfortunately, we also saw where is it. So it's just a situation where the right cards that you need are in the wrong places.
Yeah,
So
yeah. And it happens, right? That's card games.
yep. And so this is round 4, and the winner goes to Duck Broly. So Duck Broly advances. There is no top for this tournament. However, what your placing is, it's going to be very important to determine your how good you do in this tournament. So guys, we will be taking a short break. Hope you enjoyed the matches so far. Thanks for staying with us, and see you guys in round 5 for the Card Market Dragon Ball Super Spring Regionals.